What is up, everybody? Rye here, and welcome to Loren, the Amazon Princess. This is an interesting little indie game that was released as of recently on Steam, or at least it was listed as an indie game. Essentially, you're going to be playing as not the hero, but like the knight or the follower of a hero, and there's going to be decisions that are made throughout the story which really form how the plot goes. And there's a lot of customization options from what I'm to hear. This is a blind run, by the way, so I'm pretty much talking about what you read on the Steam description, but I was interested, and I decided to get it. You know, I figured why not give it a shot. So instead of stumbling over my own words here with my bad English, I'm gonna go into my play style. Start with one known skill. Characters gain a new skill point every 2 levels. Characters gain normal stamina and spell points each level up. For players who want to discover each new skill gradually and be rewarded often for level up, allow more customization. Start off with 5 known skills. Gain a new skill point every 3 levels. Gain 20% less stamina and spell points each level up. For players who want to start with many known skills to try combos, are willing to sacrifice level up reward. Okay, I'm going to go with standard. From what I'm to tell, there's lots of replayability, so yeah, this might not be the only playthrough. It depends entirely on how long the game is, so. Inside the monastery, there is only one lit room at this late hour, just enough light to see the empty pages of a thick book. A hooded monk leans over the desk inside with a quill in hand. I am the monk. I am here to write a tale so epic that I cannot sleep until it is told. So epic. So here I write, the tale of the Amazon Princess Loren. I start this tale from the very beginning, back in a time when the world was blissfully unaware of the turmoil to come. We begin high in the mountains, deep in a mighty fortress. A sword slices the head of a training dummy clean off, and it falls in pieces around the feet of a tall, raven-haired woman. Every morning, the servants would mend the training equipment so that it may be destroyed again by their princess's hand during the next training session. One sword was not enough for this fierce warrior. No, she considered a shield dead weight, and an empty hand a death wish. Princess Loren would only fight with a sword in each hand. Damn. Where are the other dummies? Right here, ma'am. There are none left, my grace. She was displeased to learn that her training would end so early today. She crossed her arms and stared down her attending servants. Then perhaps one of you should fetch a sword. The slaves gulped in unison after having witnessed what damage their princess could do, but before anyone could move, the piercing cry of a griffin fell from the skies. Just then, a messenger ran into the training grounds, panting for breath. But Princess Loren, the captain, she has returned! Alone, your majesty! Loren broke into a run. She ran as fast as she could to the main square inside the citadel. The Amazon scouts had landed with their griffins just as she arrived. The captain of the guards, Braza, looked extremely grave as she approached her. Loren knew instantly that the news the scouts carried would not be a routine report. Your Majesty, tell me. Oh, you'll find out. I'm about to... Okay, I won't refer to that. A scout stepped forward and placed a hand over her heart in salute. Queen Karen has been lost. Loren's face paled. She disappeared into the night. As of now, we do not know what has happened to her. There's not a trace? We searched high and low, your majesty. She is not in Amazon territory. Then we have no choice in the matter. With the queen lost, Princess Loren must become our new queen. No! My mother is still alive and still the queen. She is not dead. You did not find her body. Searching for her must be our top priority. Your Highness, you know that it is against law to leave the citadel. Your mother's fate is too uncertain. That is precisely why we must try to find her. I will search for her myself if I have to. Her hard glare challenged anyone to say otherwise. New quest, find Queen Karen. Find the missing Amazon Queen. I'll get money. You just discovered your first quest. Quests give large experience points rewards once completed. To view the quest screen, use the Q key or click the icon that appeared at the top right of the screen. Clicking that icon will also let you access the party management screen. In the party management screen, you can also review and equip each character, check the available skills, manage the party inventory, and of course the quest screen. Your Highness. Braza looked conflicted. Your mother appointed me as the enforcer of Amazon law, and I must decree, if you leave the Citadel, you forfeit all support from the Amazons. What? When you abandon the Citadel, you abandon your title. That is what the Great Mothers dictated. Loren took in a deep breath. She would be denied the armory, the military, or even access to the royal treasury. And so it must be. I will find my mother by myself. Loren! Braza closed her mouth and looked to her side. Majesty. Do not apologize, Commander. You are doing your duty, and the Queen will honor that when she returns. The Amazons may not be able to help you, but we will give you a promising individual who will aid you. The monk pauses for a moment, looking at what was just written before continuing, and that is how it all began. Loren is a powerful fighter, but lacks healing skills. Your playable character has the specialization class Hero that will be very helpful throughout the whole game. Now it is time to choose your character. A male human. He has been a slave for his entire life, born from a captured Imperial soldier. A female elf. She traded her freedom for protection at a very young age. I could be an elf, or I can be a human. I'll be Saren. Alright, so I can be either a warrior or a thief. Thieves are very quick and can inflict deadly blows to incapacitated targets, but have fewer hit points and cannot wear heavy armor. Or warriors have lots of hit points, can wear heavy armor, but move slowly and have limited long-range combat skills. We'll start off with a warrior. Warriors can absorb lots of damage, so they can be positioned in the front row of the battlefield. Being a warrior is easier in the early stages of the game, since you don't have to worry too much about dying. You want me to travel with a man? She surveyed the young woman more than a bit warily. Males were not well received among the Amazons, and their only function was seen to be a means to procreate. Wow. Actually, that does sound kind of rational. No, not rational. What? Why would I say rational? I mean, that makes sense given Amazonian, like, mythology. I'm just gonna shut up now. We found a lot of talent in him, Your Majesty. Please hear him out. Please, before this narrator embarrasses himself any further. It is an honor to meet you, Princess. He bowed to her deeply. He is the son of our strongest warrior and most loyal slave. He has received their greatness and has also demonstrated a talent in healing. There is no doubt that he will be a faithful servant. Is that true, man? Speak. Yes, Your Highness. I have served you and Her Majesty dutifully at the... Move the mouse on the attributes on the left to view a quick help. Skill is the primary attribute of thieves, determining with their strength attribute how much damage they do with their skills and attacks both melee and range. Thief attack power equals skill plus strength divided by 2. Skill influences the character's speed and defense values and slightly the magic value. Okay, this is the attribute I need to pay attention to. Determines how much damage they do with their skills and attacks, both melee and range. My attack power is my strength plus half of my skill. For every class, strength influences how many hit points characters get each level up, 5 HP every point of strength, and the stagger threshold, how much damage the character can sustain before becoming staggered. Primary attribute of mages, determining how much damage they do with their spells. This is a will plus half your skill. For every class, will determines how many stamina spell points characters get each level, magic value, and defense value. Magic value measures the character's general resistance for magic attacks. Alright. I have 3 options here. Healer's Quarters, Training Grounds, and Royal Palace. I want to be kind of a paladin-ish character, so let's go Healer's Quarters. Clinic as a healer since I was very young. I've spent many of my days in the Citadel tending to the wounded and making medicine. You are the one who has cured my sparring partners? They always return to me in superb fighting condition. You are competent in your work, I'll give you that much. He has demonstrated a healing power unlike anything the Citadel has possessed before. Our own medicine women have been to relying almost entirely on his skill. He is the primary healer? Yes, he has eliminated the need for more healers with his speed and efficiency. We are not sure how he learned such magic, as he was neither trained nor born a mage. How is that possible? We believe that one of his great mothers have kept magic in his blood and guided him to us, perhaps for this very task of protecting you, Princess. Damn right. So I gained +2 in will. I guess because I made that decision to be in the healer's quarters. So whatever I pick will influence a different stat, maybe. Kind of reminds me of Dayton Sims. Beyond his healing talent, he is a very distinguished slave on his own. Is that so? Speak to me your accomplishments. I can hold my own in battle. For the last several annual proving competitions, I have been sponsored to enter and have won many titles. For this year's proving, I was granted top place in the arena, the target challenge, or the magic trials. We'll go with the arena, because we do want a paladin-ish character, so we need to build up his hit points. Indeed, he has fought many warriors and surpassed them all. There we go, 2 in strength and I got a longsword. Not only has he demonstrated superior fighting ability, but he is extremely loyal. Tell them. I was allowed the honor of accompanying my mistress to the tavern where she was disrespected by several rude drunkards. They were looking for a fight, so I offered to teach them a lesson, sneaked my mistress from the tavern, reasoned with them. This isn't a very paladinish thing to do, so we'll pass on that. Neither is that. We'll reason. I was able to talk the Amazons down from a fight, reminding them that Queen Karen forbids such brawling, sparing my mistress from any bloodshed. More willpower. It is true, he respected his mistress deeply, as he will respect you. He did not fail to craft a present for his mistress for the winter solstice. Tell her, what was the last gift you made? I showed my loyalty to her by giving her mage, archery, and sword. We'll go with a sword. I learned to forge weaponry and created a sword just for her, since I would trust no other smith to know my mistress better than I. With my sword, she cut down her enemies easily, bringing her great honor. +2 in strength. My strength and will are pretty good. She received the gift very well, and I was praised. I was happy to just give her a small emblem of her great strength and wisdom. Unfortunately, even my mighty mistress was not invincible. She succumbed to a grave illness, and in her last days, she called me to her side. She granted me one reward for my service, and I chose a shield, leather armor, an enchanted ring. It wouldn't be the enchanted ring, so I'd pick one of these two. I don't want my skill to deteriorate because I do need speed and defense values, so we'll go with armor because he does need to be a little bit tanky. Her armor has kept me safe and secure. I am sometimes confused for my mistress because it so resembles her. I feel as if she is with me even now. I think that's hurting my voice a bit. And his loyalty does not end there, Your Highness. Saren has demonstrated an act of a true servant of the Citadel. I was approached by another slave. They spoke of fantastic lands and cities and life away from the Citadel. I associated with this person to the point that he confided in me a plan to escape. He wished for me to come with him, and I... This seems like such a paladin thing to do. This would not be a paladin thing. I needed to only explain to him the benefits of staying and how marvelous the Citadel already was. He would have surely been helpless if he left our walls, so I attempted to save his life, and thankfully he listened. Such a skilled tongue will likely be very useful to you on your travels. Giggity! Damn right. My tongue is amazing. It will be a difficult loss to let go of our most prized slave. However, I will trust you with no one less, my princess. No, I'm fine. I'll live with my decisions. Are you willing to put your life on the line for my cause? Without hesitation. I suppose you will be satisfactory. Loren demanded an immediate departure, as leaving could not be too soon with her mother missing. Chapter 1. The Rescue. Yay, I get to select my difficulty. I'll go with normal, because this might not be my first playthrough. Since I have the opportunity to play as either a male or a female, which could change my decisions, or a warrior and a thief. Because clearly, with the whole thing about, like, the male being a slave and not being of high regard to most Amazons, I can imagine that the female choice would be different, so... Yeah, I'll do another playthrough sometime in the future, maybe. You know, depends on how this game goes. And we will go with normal difficulty, so we have somewhere to move up to next time, if there is a next time. Boss battles can be tough. I would be kind of disappointed if they weren't tough. Remember that if you find a game too easy or hard as you play, you can change the difficulty at any time from the preferences. You can also access the camp button on the map. It will take you to your group's campsite so that you may speak with your party members. Getting to know each character is important in the game and may even lead to romance. Oh! You got my attention. See what you can find. Ah! Okay, that was jarring. There's Grimoire. I can only imagine we're going to that really spooky, volcano-ish land in the northeast. I'm just...